Okay guys, so over the last few days we have looked at numbers in many different ways, right? And we have practiced writing numbers in the various forms that we have actually practiced and done for many years now. So we have looked at sketches of numbers. We know how to write it in expanded form. We have focused now on standard form and writing it in unit form. Today we're going to look at writing numbers in word form. That is our learning target today. I can write numbers in word form. So what does it mean when I say word form? Well, what do you know about words, right? You know that words are made up of letters and sounds, right? So you should hear letters and sounds when you write a number in word form. You shouldn't see numbers in it. You should see letters that make up words. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a strategy that I have been using forever to remember to write a number in word form. Okay, so let's go ahead. So if I give you a number, and I'm going to go ahead and put a number up here inside of this box, okay? I'm going to make a 4-digit number. Since we've been working in 4 digits already, I'm going to stick with it, okay? So I'm going to give us a number like, I don't know, why don't we just go with 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, of course, I've got my ones placed, tens placed, hundreds placed. I'm gonna put my comma right there, my fence up between the thousands and the hundreds. So I've got 1,234. Now, if you can look at a number written in standard form, then you can, if you can read it, then you can write it in word form. Are you ready? So this says 1,234. Now, I'm going to use my fingers, okay? I always say don't use fingers in math, but here we are. We're going to use it to write this number in word form. All right, so we're going to say it out loud. Whenever you see something say, write it in word form, say it out loud and get your fingers ready, okay? So we're going to say it out loud. Are you ready? 1,234. How many words did I just say? 6? Let's try it again to double check. 1,234. I just said 6 words, right? So I'm going to make 6 lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You might not be able to see all of it on camera. I'm not sure. All right, I'm going to take this now and I'm going to now say it over again, and I'm going to put it in there just the way I said it, right? Word after word. Here we go. 1,234. And there we have it. I have written this number, 1,234, in word form. I remembered to write down each of the words I heard because I made a line for each one that I counted as I read it aloud. How is this different from what we've been practicing, which is unit form? Well, I'll tell you. Unit form is telling how many of the pieces that you would need. It's not telling it in number form, in word form. Word form is something you're going to be using as you grow up and you write checks and do all kinds of wonderful, cool, amazing real world things. You're not going to write 1,000s, 200s, 3 10s, 4 1s on your checks, okay? That's unit form, okay? That is the difference between the two. So let's go ahead and we're going to work our way down, filling out all of these parts that we have worked on in the last few days. Again, none of this is new. You've done all of this since kindergarten. It's just now you're working in 4 and 5-digit numbers, okay? All right, we're going to do this. We're going to fill this out, and then I'm going to roll a number, or I'm going to pick a number, and I'm going to ask you to practice alongside me. So here we go. If I were to sketch 1,234, it would look like this. Got my thousands piece. Remember I said you can make a big giant one. It's representing 10 of the hundreds being put together. 1,234. Now to expand that, I'm going to start and I'm going to go along in each place. All right, 1,000. All right. And then I've got 200s, so the value of that is 200. And the value of the tens place right there, 3 tens is 30. And then I've got 4 ones. There I have expanded and I've shown the value of each of the pieces that I have sketched out. Now let's do standard form. Well, whoop, already did it. 1,234. Now the unit form. This is where you just tell how many of the pieces that you have. Now yesterday I noticed some of us kind of skipped ahead to the WordForm slides in the Google worksheets that you were working on, but you used unit form instead of WordForm. So you're going to want to go back and double check, okay? So here we go, back to unit form. We have 1,000. I'm kind of smushing this over here because I don't know if you can see all of it. Hopefully so. You have 1,000, 2 hundreds. You have 3 tens and 4 ones. You're telling how many of the units. Therefore, you're writing the unit form. Now back to the word form. Here we go. Remember, we said it out loud. 1,234. 6 words came out of my mouth. I made 6 lines up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to try this with a new number. Okay? So though we are looking at and practicing sketching, expanded form, standard form, and unit form, our main goal today is to practice and write numbers in word form, okay? But we're still gonna practice all of this together because, again, none of this is new, so let's do it together one time. I'm gonna leave these main parts here, and I'm going to give you a number, and I'm gonna see if you can do all of this. If you can't, then that's something we'll work on together in small groups to make sure you're where you need to be, okay? All right, so I'm gonna give you a number, and then I want you to pause this video, and I want you to fill all of this out in your math notebook on a blank page by yourself, and then we'll come back together. You'll push play, and then I will go over the answers with you, okay? And then I want you to go on to, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Here we go. Here's your number. You ready? Let's do this number right here. All right, boys and girls, I want you to sketch this number, show it in expanded form, standard form, unit form, and now word form. After you're finished, push play, and we'll go over it together. All right, boys and girls, you've had some time to work on showing this number in many different forms, so let's do it together. If I were to sketch this number, I would start, well, you can start on either side because you're just sketching out the number. I see that I have 2 thousands, so I'm going to put my big long 1,000 pieces. That represents 10 tens in each of those. Then I have 500s, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. I have 6 tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 4 ones. All right. So expanded form, well, that's pretty easy, right? You're just saying how much, what is the value of each of these places, right? Okay, so I can start with my biggest number or my greatest number, and I've got 2 thousands. So what is the value of 2 thousands? Oh, that's easy, right? 2,000. All right, what's next? The hundreds. So what is the value of those 500s? 500. All right, what is the value of these 6 tens? 60, very good. And what is the value of those 4 ones? 4, very good, guys. All right, let's move over to standard form. Well, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, it's right there, 2,564. Now, looking at the unit form, we're just telling how many of those pieces are in each place. Are you ready? We have 2 thousands, so I'm gonna write 2 thousands. We have 5 hundreds. We have 6 tens, and we have 4 ones. Now that's different than what we're about to do, which is word form, because we're reading this number, we're saying it out loud, and we're gonna spell it just as we would on a check. Whereas here, you're just telling how many of each piece is. Here we go. Word form. Let's say it out loud, get our fingers ready, and you're gonna count on your fingers how many words. Not how many sounds come out of your mouth, but how many full words come out of your mouth, so you can make those lines here, so you know how many words you need to write it out. Here we go. 2,564. 6 words again. Okay, so I'm gonna make my 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully you can see this over here on the screen. I'm not sure. All right, let's write it out. 2,000. I heard those words come out. 2,000. 500. 564. All right, boys and girls, today you are going to show me that you can write numbers in word form. Okay, so in your Google Classroom, you're going to go in there and you're going to finish, I believe it was slides 5 through 7, I'm not sure, but you will be finishing up the assignment that you started on yesterday. So if you turned it in, I will give it back to you. I will virtually turn it back to you so you can finish up. If you feel like you finished yesterday, I want you to go back, just double check everything. It's better to be safe than sorry. And then I'll get those scored and I'll get us in some small groups for next week when we dig deep with math. And yeah, good luck. Try your very best.